I have a great pleasure today to introduce to Serbian audience American designer Niki Mazz, and to talk with her about her work, professional success. It's certainly success, yeah. And also there is one private part of why she is in Serbia, which I hope she will tell us later. You started at 17, your interest in fashion, and how did it happen that today you supply 60 retailers of fashion products, jewelry, and the clothes, which are handmade? Correct. By yourself. So can you give us a little recipe?
A recipe: hard work, nonstop. It has to be your number one priority if you want to get to that level and do things and make things yourself. So it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and passion. I think you have to love what you do.
Well, you certainly do. It's very obvious in your profile, Instagram profile, and the Facebook. And Betty, you can check that there. It's very vivid. It's very like Niki, whom you're going to meet now, and full of colors and energy and good vibes and some kind of happiness, self-esteem because of things are going so well for you. Yeah.
You have to have good self-esteem even when things are. It's not Instagram makes everything look so happy and so great, but there's days that you're just, you've had it and you're beaten. And I don't think enough people share those rough moments too, There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just all the happy times on social media.
But is there a lot of burnout in designers' world?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we don't see that on you or on Instagram.
You haven't been watching long enough. You will. There's days where I could cry.
But let's talk about your creative vision, which made you so special, and which clientele is your niche in America?
I would say our biggest niche, we do sell to all ages, and we have a really fun denim line that I love because even the little girls, like when they see them, they're just happy pieces, and they'll be too big and they'll beg their moms, for these denim, and we'll roll up the sleeves and make them fit the tiniest little girls because they want to look like their mom. So, we really do every age bracket. I would say our biggest demographic is the 28 to 65, which seems in the fashion world like a very large scope, but it's for everyone who just loves to have fun and loves fashion. We're definitely gearing now, as I get older, towards a whole new vision of what the company is, and a little bit more, tailored, classic, moving in, than all the crazy wild stuff too. So it's a fun transition.
But you told me one interesting thing, that all your followers on Instagram, they are not just followers who put likes and go and see somebody else, but that those are the people who actually bought some item from you.
Correct.
Which is a great compliment, and I think it's not so common.
It's not common at all, and I get a lot of pushback for it, and people wanting me to, buy followers and look bigger and all of that kind of stuff. And our site is intended to be completely organic. It's with people that we know, we love, people who I have met in my travels and journeys and the stores that I've owned. And they've, touched it, felt it, tried it on with me, got it styled by me. And it's interesting because I was doing my business long before social media even existed. So it's been a fun transition to keep in touch with people that you never could.
You stay in touch with
all the time. Oh, yeah. I talk to people from all different countries, walks of life. So that also opens up the target demographic because there's just so many beautiful women who want to have fun and enjoy fashion.
So people can order online?
Correct.
Yeah. Ship goods everywhere?
We ship goods everywhere. Anybody who wants to order, we'll ship to you. We'll find a way. Might not be cheap, but we'll find a way.
Yes, and it's really exciting that you made yourself all the goods, jewelry, yes, which you are wearing now.
Yes, all the jewelry.
And the fabric items are made homemade. Here we can see a picture of you and the sewing machine. So you and your...
Me and my sewing machine, my second husband, yes.
Oh, now you remind. Okay. Second husband, but can we now reveal to Serbian audience, not the second husband, but why are you in Serbia and how did it happen? And is there some interesting story you can tell us about that famous fedora shashi? Fedora hat. I changed to Serbian.
So that's okay. I knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I was living in Manhattan during my career and having the time of my life, and had no vision of a husband or family or anything like that. My baby was my work, and it was everything that I loved. And I was on a layover from Manhattan to Arizona and Chicago. And it just so happens that our flight was canceled. And rather than sitting in an airport and waiting for something to happen, we said, let's just throw caution to the wind. We'll go out. We'll have some fun. We'll come back to the airport the next day and figure out how to get out of here. So we went down to the city of Chicago, and I'll give the nice version of the story. So it was about 2:45 a.m. and I was standing outside of a club, and I just saw this gorgeous fedora. It was just this most precious fedora hat, and I knew he had to be European. He was smoking, he had a fedora, there was this whole swag. So I called him over and I'm like, I'm very sorry. I'm like, but I need your fedora. And he was good at English, but he wasn't as good as he is now. But his humor translates from Serbian to English to any language. And he just started laughing and said, okay. And my girlfriends took off in an Uber. And I was like, I got to go, but I need your hat. And he's like, well, I need your number. I got to get my hat. And that's how we met on a layover. I never went to our final destination. And I never went back to New York. I stayed with him and we started our life together.
And you're married now?
We are very happily married, yes, to a wonderful Serbian man.
Okay, yes, he's wonderful. I met him. So how do you like it here in Serbia? And can you give us some remark, not just about beautiful Serbia and everything, but about the fashion you see in our streets? How does it look to you?
Well, first of all, Serbia, I've traveled the world. Serbia has the most beautiful women I have ever seen. Every time you turn around, somebody is just stunning and gorgeous. And my first 2 years, everybody walks. And that thing with the jacket where you don't put your arms in it, so we don't do that in America. It's amazing. They just walk perfectly straight.
In America, you don't put...
We don't. We put our arms.
I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I don't know how to do it. I've practiced with his sister a million times, but I think I'm too animated. I move too much, but I love that. Very poised, very beautiful women.
So when we say American designer, American fashion, can we really talk about national fashion these days when everything is networked and there is internet and there... I think that your jackets would be popular in Serbia. There is not much difference now in the taste of, let's say, young and middle-aged people.
Correct, yes.
Your latest collection is Niki Launch, and I think it's very interesting because this fashion style of the clothes that is semi-private, semi-sport, semi-fashion. It's very comfortable and very, very actual.
It's everywhere for everyone. I just came up with that right now. It's everywhere for everyone.
But you choose special fabrics.
Yes, for heat control and for women who want to feel cooler, more breezy. There's a structure. We're getting very much into cottons and fabrics that are more organic. we're definitely trying to stay away from any of the chemically induced fabrics and stuff like that. That just causes more sweating. And I don't know if it's going on here, but in America, there's this whole like fast fashion thing going on of like $2 shirts from the internet and like people just stacking up with, but the materials are bad. The conditions where they make it are bad. Like, I mean, kudos to everybody who wants to do what they want to do, but fashion is supposed to be about timeless pieces, things that, in my eyes, things that you can have, things that can go to different generations. Things like my mother had her hot pants and her go-go boots. They're timeless. I love them. I want them. So I think that for young girls too, to see like how their moms dress and how they take pride in themselves and the fashion is a huge part of the industry for us.
Okay. We were discussing, and you point in your Instagram that there is this size which fits everyone. So please, can you tell me why did you decide to do that? There is a very interesting explanation I would like to share.
Yes, definitely. Through my entire years, this will be my 23rd year in business, and through all of the years, the one thing that I saw was a size struggle. And women very much believe in their head, they've been told that they are this SML, small, medium, large. That's it. That's what happens. And different fabrics and different textures and a stretch to a fabric or anything like that is going to present differently on each woman who puts it on. So maybe something will be skin tight on one person, but gorgeous and baggy and flowy on another. So I would see these women who would be like, I'm a small. And if it's not a small, I won't buy it. And I would say, well, if it's just try on the medium. It's going to be gorgeous. We can cuff the sleeves a little bit. We can do a little tie on the side to bring it up if you're shorter. And I saw this struggle, and I just felt like everything that I buy, I never looked at a size. I would try it on and style it to what it was. And I wanted women to be able to do that with my collection and not have to go with a size in mind on anything special rather than how the physical piece actually fit.
Well, that's a great approach because there is also this problem of body image. So
absolutely. And we want no part of that image whatsoever. Every woman is gorgeous, every size, shape, color, everything. I mean, women are just gorgeous, and fashion should always be fun and not make you ever think about a negative or something that doesn't make you feel great and positive. And I think sizing right now especially is a big issue. And the pieces that we do, we took huge mathematic measures to make all of it happen. And of course, nothing's foolproof, right? I mean, obviously there's some people who are super tiny or, a little bit bigger, but for the most part, there's in our cuts and our design.
Think how to make this
absolutely
fits all
for 3 years, yeah.
Oh,
yes. So we had fit models of every shape and size, and we were cutting necklines and making them so, the narrower, the broader shoulders could get them. You could wear it off the shoulder, so a lot of time and effort went behind.
Oh, it's amazing. Thank you.
I hope everyone loves it.
It's a great idea, yeah. And when you say American excellence and European style, how you combine those two things?
Oh, it's so easy. The best thing in the world is European fashion. Nobody looks better. My company is based off of French influence from my times in Paris and the French Riviera, but just all women in Europe. Again, it's that poise, it's that beauty, it's that pride. And they're not willing to, they are willing to step outside the box and take a risk and wear something that's not the copy paste of what every other girl is wearing because it's a trend or, a fashion go-to. So I love that a lot of European women will really step outside the box and just come up with something that you've never seen, and they're just walking to the grocery store. So we're bringing all those fabulous European looks and making them handmade in America, which we take huge pride in. I mean, everywhere is wonderful, but manufacturing by myself with my 84-year-old pseudo mother-in-law, and it's a great team, and we're able to keep everything in-house. It's all small batch. Nothing's like, we don't mass produce for anyone or anything.
So how many pieces is that?
Oh, it's forever evolving. I mean, I'm sewing every day and making something new. So it may be the same style, but it'll be a different fabric or a different cut, or each piece kind of has its own unique thing. There's not patterns. We don't like layout patterns. We do measurements with old school tape measures, which I'm sure you see on the videos, and kind of go off our size range and make things happen like that.
Fantastic! I'm really impressed with that approach, and it's really first time that I hear American designer or some Western designer talks like that. Are you familiar with the Serbian fashion designers?
I'm just starting to learn about some Serbian fashion designers. I've got to say, if you follow some celebrities, some Serbian celebrities on Instagram, you're going to see some amazing fashion. And today we were just in the Galleria in Belgrade, and they had a fashion district that was all independent designers under one roof, and it was magical. It was amazing.
So you do find this close to your ideas of fashion?
I come here with empty luggage so I can fill it up and take it back home.
It will not be empty, yeah. Okay, so you've been around Serbia. You were recently, you've seen Zlatibor.
Yes, so just this morning.
Yeah, you like it?
I love it. I love every aspect of Serbia. It does. It has my heart. And it's a huge part of me now. I mean, my husband's family is amazing. The culture is amazing. It's definitely a huge part of my adult life, and I love it.
And you also have visited Montenegro, which is also beautiful.
Yes. Montenegro is where God kissed the earth. I love it there.
Is there some advice you could give to some young aspiring designer?
Absolutely. Just work hard. If it's your passion, don't give up on it. So many people are afraid to do something. And obviously, every adventure, every line, every collection, obviously it's difficult. It does take, some funding and things like that to make things happen. So you can't just be wild and free and do everything. But if you have a true passion and a collection, you don't give up. You keep doing it. And you keep moving forward, and every single day, just know that the next step is closer and closer. And every time you fall on your face, you just get back up and do it again.
Thank you.
Thank you.